A warm welcome, dear children. In the previous class we talked about the mechanism of breathing, that is how does inspiration and expiration take place, and we also discussed about the respiratory volumes and capacities, the use of spirometer, and I told you that these respiratory volumes and the respiratory capacities are very important for you to know, because questions based on this will be asked in the exam. Now we come to a little topic that was left, that is regulation of breathing or regulation of respiration. Right, we look at this diagram, and the human beings, we all know that the human beings, we breathe 12 to 16 times per minute, right? So that is the rate of our breathing. We breathe 12 to 16 times per minute, and the oxygen requirement of human beings differ from time to time. We know that when we exercise, we require more of oxygen, right? While sleeping it is different, right? So at different times when we are unwell it is different, right? Small babies, the breathing rate is different, right? So from time to time the rate and depth of breathing, it changes, and it must change, right? So we know at times we require a deep breathing, right? Very deep breathing we require. So that changes from time to time, and it is also there to meet all the varying needs of the body, right? The rate of breathing and the depth of breathing, actually it is there, or it meets all the requirements of the body. So which simply means as the body requires, our breathing changes, right? And so it is regulated by two different mechanisms which work in coordination, right? It is not that one works at one time and the other would work at another time, no. So there are two mechanisms, and these two different mechanisms, they work in coordination. So the first mechanism that we will talk about is the nervous control of breathing, right? How do the nerves control, right? The nervous control of breathing. So this is the first that we will talk about, and here whenever we use the word nervous, we talk about the nervous system, which includes the brain, right? Nervous system includes the brain and the spinal cord, and so here we will talk about brain, and breathing is regulated by three centers of the brain, right? So nervous control is the brain, and here their breathing is regulated by three centers of the brain, right? Now what are these three centers? The three centers of the brain are the respiratory center, right? Here you can see this is the respiratory center of the brain, right? Then the second is the apneustic center and the pneumotaxic center, right? This is the pneumotaxic center of the brain and the apneustic center. We will talk about that when we do in detail, right? So let's start. The respiratory center, I will enlarge the diagram a little. Yes, the respiratory center is located in the medulla oblongata region, right? So this region of the brain is the medulla oblongata region, right? You can see here medulla is written. So the respiratory center is located in the medulla oblongata region, and it contains two aggregations of nerve cell bodies, right? Two aggregation is group. So it contains two aggregations of nerve cell bodies that form the inspiratory and the expiratory areas, right? So inspiratory areas and the expiratory areas. Where are they present? They are present in the medulla oblongata region of the respiratory center. Now the nerve impulses from the inspiratory area, right, inspiratory area, travel through the nerves, right, and stimulate the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles to act accordingly at the time of inspiration, which we have already discussed. Now impulses from the expiratory area stimulate the muscles of expiration, right. So basically we will say that this is the area that we are talking about. Now these two portions, they act reciprocally, that is, when one is stimulated, the other one inhibits it, right. So stretch receptors in the visceral pleura of the lung provide the feedback, right. Then comes the apneustic and the pneumotaxic center. These are located in the pons region. Now this bulge that is here, this small bulge, this is the pons region, which is labeled here, the pons region, and the apneustic center and the pneumotaxic center, you can see here, this is the pneumotaxic center and this is the apneustic center. These are located in the pons region of the brain. Now these areas, they influence the activity of the respiratory center, right. So the apneustic center promotes inspiration and the pneumotaxic center inhibits inspiration by inhibiting the activity of inspiratory neurons, right. So that is about the brain or the respiratory region, which is located in the medulla region of the brain, and the pneumotaxic region, which is located in the pons region of the brain, right. Say they can moderate the functions of the respiratory rhythm center, right. So that is one mechanism, which is the nervous control of breathing, right. The second one is the chemical regulation of breathing, right. So that is the chemosensitive area. So the second one is the chemical. First one was the nervous, second one is the chemical regulation of breathing, right. So the chemical regulation of breathing. The respiratory centers, they produce rhythmic breathing even in the absence of any neural input, right. So now if we talk about the respiratory, the chemosensitive areas, right, these are situated adjacent to the rhythm center, and this is particularly sensitive to changes in the concentration of carbon dioxide, right. So basically this is related to the carbon dioxide, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the blood, which we will talk about in the next video. So if there is a slight increase or slight rise in the level of carbon dioxide, it causes deeper and faster breathing. So the chemosensitive area is related to the concentration of carbon dioxide. So if there is an increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide in the blood, right, the level of carbon dioxide increases, then what does happen? That this leads to deeper and faster breathing. So the breathing becomes deeper and faster, right. Till when will the breathing be deeper and faster? Till the concentration of carbon dioxide returns to the normal. Now changes in breathing are brought about by signals from the respiratory center, right. So signals from the respiratory center, they are located in the brain stem region, that is in the medulla region of the brain, right. So again here the changes are brought about, the changes in breathing are brought about by signals from the respiratory center to the spinal nerves controlling the intercostal muscles and the muscles of the diaphragm, because the intercostal muscles and the muscles of the diaphragm are the main muscles that are involved in breathing. So the respiratory center is also sensitive to the signals from other parts of the body, that is the respiratory center, that is this the first one that we talked about, is sensitive to chemoreceptor cells in the aorta, carotid artery, which detect whether the oxygen concentration in the blood decreases. Besides, respiration may be modified by a number of other factors also, which includes the chemical stimuli, neural changes due to movement, blood pressure changes, temperature, pain, irritation in the airways. It is possible to bring breathing under voluntary control within certain limits, but it is normally under the involuntary control. So that's about the factors that affect the regulation of respiration, the regulation of breathing, right? Factors like excess of carbon dioxide in the blood, low pH means acidosis, hypoxia, they stimulate the chemoreceptors, which further stimulate the respiratory centers directly and increase the rate and even depth of respiration. So that is how the breathing or the respiration is regulated. So that's about all in this video, and just the next video we will further talk about the exchange of gases. As previously we had discussed, we had said that the regulation when we were talking about the mechanism of breathing, we discussed that there are various things that we will talk about in the mechanism of respiration in humans. Breathing we've already discussed, and the mechanism of breathing, that is we discussed. Now we will, in the next video, we will talk about the exchange of gases, and we will talk about the transport and exchange of gases in the tissues also, alveolar surface, tissues, and then internal or the tissue respiration, and of course some of the disorders related to the respiratory system. So that's about it in this video, and please watch the next video now.